Hello everyone, we are back to building. This time, today I wanted to build this, continue here and build this entire blog as listed here in the Astro docs. I am feeling a little bit tense today because of certain things that are happening in life, but what can we do? Okay, I hope my voice is clear. Let's see whether it is like. Can I go to my channel, see whether everything is fine or not? Yeah, it is working fine. Fair enough. Everything is like fine. Let's see if I can just give this somewhere. Can we get any, like, where can we get the share button? Okay, this is a share button. I can just go here directly and building live. We are live now, like so. Good. This should do it. And maybe I can go and do the same in LinkedIn. Let's see. How will LinkedIn show up? Did it just got stuck or what? Okay, it got stuck. Share in post. Yes. Go ahead. Building live. We can just, I think I can do this, right? And that will be it. Cool. Let's start where we were. Where were we? Wait, I should also, for the record, just have this on my mobile in case there is any person like in the chat. And that will be it. We can just begin. Hopefully everything is like fine here. So we can say learning in public, learning Astro. And I can just open this, go back here, and what I will do is basically go inside this src folder and let this layout be as it is, but we'll remove this about page and we'll simply let it be like this. Cool. Let's open this using dev, copy, oh shit, copy this, go here, paste, and we should be with this. Fine. Let's see. So in this tutorial, you'll learn Astro's key feature by building a fully functioning block from zero to full launch. Fine. Along the way, you'll set up the development environment. Already did it. Create pages and blog posts for your website. Okay, let's see. Should I open it? Like, how should I open it? Here? Yeah. Fine, it's here. Set up your development environment, build with Astro components, query and work with local files, add interactivity to your sites, and deploy the site to the web. Okay. What you're going to build, you can view the final project on Slack bits. Let's see the Slack bits. The chips are quite good. But it is too loud. Okay. Homepage, blog, first. Blog, second. Blog, third. Okay, fine. In Astro 3, I guess they release certain things now. That's why it is trending. I mean, okay, let's see about this tutorial. If you have some basic familiarity with HTML, Markdown and CSS and a little JavaScript, then you are totally good to go. You will be able to complete the entire tutorial by just following the instructions. Astro is for everyone. You will also need a GitHub or similar account for publishing your project to a web. How do I use checklists at the bottom of each page? You check them off. Okay. Go back, check. Cool. Unit 1 is things I already know how to do. Can I skip it? You can use the lesson inside Unit 1 to make sure you have the development tools and online accounts. You'll need to complete the tutorial. It will walk you through creating a new Astro project, storing it on GitHub and deploying it to Netlify. We have already created a new Astro project. We will store it on GitHub, but we will deploy it on Vercel. That's my take here. So what I will do, I'll just open a new one, go here, and simply let's check for the status. Let's go with this. Let's again check for status, commit, and basic setup with Tailwind CSS done. Okay, I never do that. So what I'll do is username, and then what I'll do is user email, and that should be it. So then I can go with commit, and fine. Let's start with repo create, push this one. Yeah. Learning Astro 3 in public by building a blog using their docs. Let's call it public. Yes, add it. Yes. So we are good to go. Now what I'll do is I can go here and I can go to this Vercel dashboard. I can add a new project. Then I can just import it. I think it will do the trick. What about the domain? Let's first simply deploy it. It's not like there's anything else, right? it's already deployed, so I'll just add a new domain here, which is um, astroblog.shivastav.in. This should do it. Yep. Fine. This is working fine. Now, anytime I change anything, it will work. So if I go here and I say changes done, I go back here, simply do the trick, simply add, commit, modifying the page, push to main origin. Once I do that, I can go here, copy pasta this and go inside the deployment. It is building, and then open this while we wait for this build. So it's now ready, and that means if I just refresh it, it's done. So in terms of sorry, in terms of what we are actually like trying to do in this unit 1, I think we are already done, right? We have this project Tailwind is set up, we have stored it on GitHub, and then we have deployed it in Vercel. Okay, sorry. We are comfortable with your setup. You can skip ahead to unit 2 where you can take it. Then our friendly Discord server, and where can I leave the feedback? Okay, let's start. So what I'll do is go inside, like prepare your dev environment, write your first line of Astro, store your repository online, deploy the site. I'll go to the checklist and I simply start moving one step at a time. So I have Node.js installed, everything is done. I'll just move ahead, go to the checklist and move ahead, checklist. I can make changes and see them in the browser. I am an Astro developer. This easy. You can just become an Astro developer this easy. I mean, I don't know. One thing I wanted to know, what is this generator thing? Let's just check this out. Never saw this for some reason. Meta generator. What is this? Font meta tag generator. So we'll look into it later. So this is also like done, and then finally we can go inside this and we are going ahead with the Vercel. So let's go to this particular unit. Where are we now? You can find the code at this point in your tutorial and all of that. Then where are we going? Create your first Astro pages with Astro syntax, add blog post with markdown files, style an individual page with styles, and apply global styles across the page. Along the way, you'll learn how the two sections of .astro file work together to create a page and how to use variables and conditional written on your pages. Create your first Astro page. Okay. Now that you know that Astro files are responsible for pages in your website, let's create one. Create two new pages on your site, about and blog. Okay. Add navigation links to your pages. deploy an updated version of your website to the page. Now, you know what I'll do? Can I have like free home page design templates? Let's see. Nice page design templates for blogs as well, right? I just want to see the design, right? First of all, I hope everything here is free, right? I don't want to get into any sort of like copyright thing. So I'm just trusting that it says free. What I'll do is go towards this simple page. Is there any simple page? I mean, I'm just trying to learn. If I'm creating, let's say, a blog, right? Maybe I can do something like, rather than being let's do that, rather than just coming up with this like dummy thing. Let's try and do that. Maybe it will work better. So basically I have this thing. If I go to the projects and if I go to the next JS, I can have this philosophy dusting.in. What I will do is yes, let's do that. I can go to my GitHub. I mean, it was just anyways a very simple thing. So focus on this repository. Philosophy dusting is something that I made. Let's go inside this settings. Let's simply delete it. Yeah, just delete it. I have read and everything is fine. I want to delete it. Yeah, confirm. Okay. And then what will happen is in the Vercel, it will do some sort of like a problematic thing, which is right here. Cool. So here is what I want to do. Let's see if I can just open this. Yeah. So this is what I want to do. Maybe I can just go ahead and create this website, right? So let's rm philosophy dusting.in. Okay. Fair enough. Now let's start with create Astro. What was the command for creating the Astro installation? Yeah, create Astro latest. What about the pnpm? Astro latest. Create @latest. Call it philosophy dusting.in. No, make it like use a block template. No, make it empty, because I'm learning, so it's better if it is empty. Yes, install the dependencies. Install the Tailwind if it asks me that. I don't think it does. It should. Yes, I do. Yes, it should be strict. Yes. Good luck. Okay. Now I have to go inside the philosophy dusting. I think it was n astro add tailwind, right? Tailwind css or something. npm add this. Wait a minute. What was it? I think it was that only. Astro Tailwind, this. Yeah, it is just Tailwind. Okay, so let's start. uh Astro add Tailwind. I think it will search the same thing. Yeah, it does. Install it. While this is happening, let's see what kind of things that I want here. Maybe I like, what is the exact design that I want? Design file. Yeah. Philosophy dusting .in. What I want here is like, the frame should be, first of all, I want, let's start with the mobile, right? Let's start with the mobile and delete it. I wonder what should be the size. Let's go with this mini one of, see, this is also always the problem. Should I go with SC? Let's go with the SC one. And I want it, first of all, I want this whole thing to be like Tailwind colors. What is the Tailwind UI official? Not this. Here they have something called colors, right? Where is the color? I think it's in the theme color. Here it is. And they have something called colors. Don't have colors. Sorry. uh Configuration. Yeah, we can let it go. Yes, do that. uh then it will be this. Let's open it first. I think in the pages we have in index.astro, which is fine. We can remove it. We can also just go full screen for this. And we have this Tailwind configuration. We have this JSON. Since it's going to be a little bit like better project, I'll simply add these things. Prettier RC. What I like here is use the tab of false, then tab width 2, then semi to be true, end of lines should be like LF. That's one. In the package JSON, I'll do like, I'll simply remove this start. I'll come back. I make this preview as a start. I'll do prettier, let it be format as prettier right as this. We'll add another one which is prettier ignore. Prettier ignore. We will ignore everything that is inside the modules and public and VS Code, right? Then we can have, I think we can, we don't need, I believe, anything regarding, let's see, prettier is fine, but I don't think we need, like, yeah, this is much better. ESLint, we need it? I don't think so. It's an Astro thing, so maybe we don't need it. This should be it. First of all, in the Astro page, this is also fine. Yeah, one more thing, I don't know how to install that here. Is it like same add d prettier plugin, right? Then if I go back in this prettier RC, there is, I have to add plugins, and then I can add prettier plugin Tailwind CSS, Tailwind CSS. If I go here and I simply do class as px4 and p5, it is not doing anything. Let's see what I can do for this. Prettier plugins, Tailwind. Let's pick, where is the actual class? Right, this should always work. So documentation, we are doing exactly that now. Yes, we are doing that. This is here. Let's see, prettier plugin Tailwind CSS is not working in Astro. Okay, let's also install this. Let's go with this. Also, I will have trailing comma as ES5, and I will also have what was it? Single quote. Single quote should be false. Okay. Now if I go here and do this, it is still not working. It should work. Prettier ignore. I already ignored this whole thing. I don't see how that made it work. We already did this. We already did this, and yet nothing. Okay, let's close it out. Run it again. Format. Okay, this did the trick, but now if I format this, it again did the trick. Okay, so is it not formatting on save? Format on save. Format on save is fine. Uh, Hmm, this is funny. So format document with, let's go with this prettier. Now if I save it, okay, so it was not finding the default formatter. Wow. Anyways, so we are good to go. Let's just simply go to this, edit. Uh, One more thing I should do, which is .env, and this should be just here. Add it again, commit, um, reinstalled philosophy testing. Oh my god, this config user.name this, and now do this repo create existing. Yeah, this one only. Yes, this only. A site where I write about my philosophical uh, take in life. By the way, in case you guys don't know, I have this amazing thing called Instagram, where I do nonsense, complete nonsense. Right, where is it? Let's go with the Instagram itself. Maybe I'm not, what? Maybe I'm not public? Oh wow. Forget it. There's a, in Instagram I am somewhere like this. 108. Pretty sure you will find a lot. Of course, none of them is me. Instagram, some user, you'll find there's a lot of philosophical takes that I just have randomly, don't know from where. But anyways, this is fine, this is fine. And what I will do now is add a remote, add the origin. Yes, add it, push it. Let's see whether this ran anything here. Yep, it started working. Let's see what happens. This should be ready. What's the problem? Could not identify Next.js version. Sure, it is defined as a project dependency. Oh, okay. So I have to go ahead and also delete this. Settings, delete it. Yeah, simply go ahead and delete it. New project, philosophy testing, import, deploy. This is the domain which I want. Cool, add a domain, simply add it. Shit. Domain has to be like this. Add it, add in redirect, and okay, yes, add it. Cool, now if I just refresh it, it should be Astro. Fine. So this worked and we are good to go. Now, the thing that I want here is, first of all, I should be making this as like this. Make it SC. This is where I want to develop. Second is I want to make sure that I am in philosophy dusting as well. .in, and do the same here as well. Cool. And it says somewhere like 480 or something, but I'm looking into uh, some blog, some blog. Hmm. Right. As for the font, I like Enter. So, you know what? Font is best if I do Lato, right? I love this font. I mean, apart from Enter and everything. So this is like fine font. I'll select regular and then I'll select bold. And that should do it. So if I go here and I don't know, should I have inside this readme, I can have philosophy, dusting, and here I can have fonts, which will be like this. And this should do it for now. We'll see how to add the font here later. Second is, in a way, I want like the background color to be not white, somewhere like first of all here, not extreme black, maybe what where were we? Here in this theme configuration, we had something like colors. There we are. I want something like something like uh, like it's a philosophy thing. So maybe this should work, the stone one, right? Let's go with this and see what happens. Yeah, and the color for within the same stone, let's go with this color. I think the this is same in zinc. Is the stone this color? So anytime there's a text, let's say philosophy, dusting, or whatever. Anytime there's a text, what I want the color to be is this. Right. Here I can say, now I'm not a designer, by the way, right? Just making clear here. I am not a designer at all, but basically what I like to do is make it like 80 or something. Maybe 64 works. And that is where we will put our, I mean, this should also be this color. Don't like any change there. But we have like rectangle within this and we'll drag it here. For now, I'll just darken it out. Come on. Why the color is not changing? Right. We'll put it here, make it above, and this should be your so-called logo, let's say. Thing is, I want this to be like from here. Let's see, the padding should be somewhere like what? Width 12? Yeah, 12 is fine as a padding, but maybe 16 should be fine. This is what I want as a padding here. Right. And I'll do the same for here. And then here I can say this is like my philosophy testing, and I can just do it like so. Like I said, I'm not a designer, but this should do it. This much is enough, right? And want to get ideas from teammates. I don't have teammate right now. I'm just building things live, right? And then I will have like another thing. Here I can have a home, which should be like so. The regular is fine. This could be like maybe 16, right? And this is like regular, which is fine. I can have 12 around about. Nobody actually needs that about anyways. The home button should always be like home link should always be present just for the sake of it, because most people like that home, that should be explicit as per the design decisions. And this could be like what, blocks. And since this is for now it is like very bad in a way, so what we'll do here is we will have this thing called hamburger menu, which will come here, right? For the mobile sake, it could be 32 by 32. We will have a hamburger here, and then there the whole thing will be like kind of like a mobile thing, which I want. So one below the other, you can think of it like this, right? And do I need a login or something page? I do need sign up for the newsletters, right? I need a sign up for the newsletters. So technically, if I have like Excel draw, uh, let's not search here. There is a lot of things available there. So technically, if what I truly want here is philosophy dusting, I need newsletter sign up, but it's a later thing, not current. I need the home, about what it's all about, and then blocks, which is fine. And then I need the home page, about page, and the blog is fine. I need the design for this. So this much is seems like a good thing. If I have like at the very top, I can have one line, then I can have another line here and another line here, right? This should be able to do it. Something like that. We can delete this. This is funny. It should be 0. This is 0. This is also 0. And the width, let's call it only 32. Let's call this as 32 as well. And this is also 270 only. Y is fine. This is also fine. And this is 272 is fine. 32 is fine. So this can also be 32, 272. And this can also be 272, right? And then I can have like this. Maybe if I can set up the height, which I cannot, but hopefully we'll see what kind of hamburger we can actually have here, and then we'll look into that. I can remove this now, can remove this, can remove this, and this is now going to be equivalent to this only. Group this, make the selection color this. This is how it looks. and it will open like this. So for now, let's go with this, and we can, like, okay, I understand this is what I want for this, but for now, if I just move it out, what do I need here? Like, should I do something here? There's going to be a footer, but I can just write this only. Philosophy dusting. I think I made certain things there, and I should not have deleted that. Make it bold. Make this somewhere like 64. No, 24 at the very center of it. And then there should be some sort of like this, which says it's just 14, and learn, read, write, repeat. Okay, I think this much is fine. Like, it's not like anybody is going to be reading anyways that much. And if I go back to this customization of color in the stone, I'll find the 200 version. Go back here, make this part as 200 version, and this should be it. And this should be bold. Let's call it 14. Make it a little bit like this, and this is fine. We'll see what we can do there. Yeah, let's code this first as our home page. So basically, if I go back to this create one, we have our index page, which is going to be our home page. There should be an Astro of about page. Create a file named Astro. Okay, about.astro, and then there should be copy and retype the contents of Astro in Astro. Your editor might show a solid white color on the tab label for this file. This means yet saved. Preview, and you will find edit your page, about me, blah blah blah. Add a navigation. First, let's design whatever the index page should be like. This much is fine. What I'll do here is philosophy dusting. Let's create what we learned yesterday, which is layouts, and within that we will have a container. Let's call it container only. Astro container not is the right word. I'll call it layout only, not Astro. We will do this. We will do this. Here I'll write as title. We will copy this as well. Right, this should be it. Before that we had something called const astro drops, and here we had title. Then we had interface, I believe, drops as title string, right? Is it type? Yeah, this was it. So we got this, we have this body. Within that we will have a slot. Okay, if I have this body as a slot, Okay, we can have a slot like this, and this should do it for now. What we can also do then is go here and just copy paste this in this layout itself above the title, and this should get our font here, and the styling is also happening somewhere like this. So maybe if I have within this src as styles, I can have something like global.css. I hope so. No, I think it's better if I just do the font styling from here. So if I go to this css in the theme configuration, somewhere I will have this called font family. I can just copy it inside this theme, inside this font family. Are we extending it? No, we are not. We are saying here we can have a font family. Let's call it Lato, and this should do it. I don't care about this. Second is that I would like to have a color for this, not this much, but here I will say I just need a dark, and for that I will have the color from Tailwind. There's a way that you can actually uh, default theme. From here we can actually import it. Here we are at the very top. I think from here we can just import this. Then this default theme becomes like Lato, and this like this. That's only when you have, I believe, this, right? If you're extending it, you know what? Let's just extend it rather, which is better than just destroying everything. And what I will do, however, is that in this default theme, I'm pretty sure we will have colors. How do we get this color thing? Like, it's not like you will be getting it. Uh, let's see. Color, colors, Tailwind, default theme. Customizing the colors we get here using default colors. Oh, okay. We will have the colors as this, but I am not getting this. What about we are using this, right? But this will not work. Let's see if I have something called yeah, this is a Next.js file. Do I have something like this is a pages thing that I had here? If I want to extend this, Do we have colors? Yeah, we have colors here itself. So what I will do is just copy paste it. There was no hint here, you know, and then this will be font family dot sans, and the colors is like what if I extend the colors, dark, then if I do colors stone, maybe like this or something like that. There's a problem in this IntelliSense. I completely forgot how I changed it in the past. You know what? Uh, 950 should be the dark. Light, or we can say text as colors, and we can check it out. Stone 50, and then maybe the light theme can be colors of like this only. Text, body text can be stone 200, and heading text can be of stone 50 or maybe 100. Now let it be 50 itself. But to test it out, I have to go inside this index. Here I'll do text dark. Oh yes, I have to run this. That is not working. You know what? Let's go to the theme itself. Customization of color. Simply add the things rather than doing it this way. We'll figure it out what it is later. This light and this light both have to be this, and then there's a 200 which I want in this as a body text, and finally this stone as 901 is what I want to be here. I can just remove this and be done with it. Now if I go here, reload it, why is it not working? Like I'm saying git text dark. Yeah, it is here. So maybe once more. All right. Class bg dark. Yeah, it has started to work. Maybe it was working previously as well, but yeah. Anyways, so the first thing that I need is this components. Here is going to be components. Within that I need a container dot astro. We'll look into it what I want later. Then I need um header and a footer. Cool. In this layout itself, I'll need this. Before this slot happens, anything happens inside this slot, first of all, I will also be removing this, and then I'll be using this layout right. You have to do it like this: page HTML, page layout. Here I will have to type the title. This will be our philosophy dusting, like this. And in this layout itself, I will have something called, for the sake of description, I think I can have name, description, content, description. Then here I will get description as string. Why is it coming from there? And I will just utilize this as description. This is quite weird. Isn't this how you do it? Till now it was working fine. Seriously. We are doing exactly the same. Do I have to wrap it up in two columns this way? Then go here and do like description. For now, let's call it everyday philosophy. Philosophy. Just don't understand why this is happening now. Within that, I will have there's going to be a header, but that header should also be a part of this, I believe. So within this slot, I can have this header as this. Then I will have a footer like this. Then I will have a slot, and this should be imported from here, like import statement. Uh, components and then header, right? And make it footer. Header, footer. Then this should be like this. If I make it like header, and here I make footer, in this I should be getting, say, main like philosophy testing, and then I want what did I write? Read, write, repeat, read, write, repeat. But there is a problem. Could not import. This is often caused by the typo in the import path. Okay. Right. I have to do dot astro and dot astro. Fair enough. So it is working fine. I don't understand why this is coming then. Did I break something or what? Children title description string is not assignable to the intrinsic. Hmm. That's okay. Is it something that also can be done only because of, like, is it something like this? If I'm not defining anything here, then I am not getting anything here either, right? But if I define it here in this props as a string, then I will get it here, right? No, I'm not going to get anything here. So what's the take? Shouldn't this also come into this picture? Everything should break now. Will it still work? Huh, this is not defined. Okay, then title. Wow. So this is a string, and then description is also string. Oh boy. I mean, I don't understand. Anytime this happens now, anytime there is some sort of like an editor error, that just makes my mind go bad. Okay, fair enough. I will go with this class of bg dark text light. Yeah, text light, and that should do it. There should be a px of 16 pixels side by side. There should be a max width of, I don't know, 320, no, 384. I mean max, not min width of, minimum width should be like 100%. Not really. Yeah, minimum width should be 100%. Max width will be bad. Minimum width should be, Yeah, let it be. We'll see what we can do here. Also, just this much is fine. I will have a logo which will be font sans, and then it will be font. Yeah, about this, maybe I can go to this layout Astro. Here I can have the entire body as the class of bg dark, text of, yeah, there's some problem with this Astro language server for some reason. Bg dark, that should be body text, and yeah, that should do it. This is fine. This should be inside this container, which I want to be a main, and this should also have a px of 4. Now this px of 4 should disappear or not, it depends, but for now it does work. And here we will have like a children, let's say children. In this layout we will have const of astro dot props. We will have children. I hope it does work, and that should do it. In this, like, font should be bold as well. This should be the home page. This should be philosophy dusting. I'll do is basically span it to philosophy as underscore p, and then we'll be doing the dusting part like this. This should be flex all cap should be just 1, and here I want, for now let's put it that way only. Yes, we can remove this gap completely, it is not required. Yes, and the text size should be 2xl. Works fine for me. And this header, and then there's a footer. I'll simply need to be like a paragraph with copyright at the copy, and 2020. Can we do some sort of like a new date or something like that? I have to check. For now this should work. So Srivastava, all rights reserved. This should work. Font, I'll just, yeah, about the font, I will have to have a font sans. Here I'll just do with and in the header also I don't need this, but it is fine. At least I don't need this. Maybe we'll check. Text is fine. Here also I will just go with the text of light, and the text size should be where is Excel? No. What about the MD? SM MD. Shouldn't there be a text like MD? This is, what is the size? Pretty sure it is size. It should be 16 pixels, right? 16 pixels. Okay, text body, font family is fine, line height is fine, tab size. Yeah, it says 16 pixels, so I'll just believe in that. 16 pixels. I don't have to provide this, I guess. Um, this is fine. I can just center it, text as center, and this should do it. In this footer itself, I'll just say a little bit like, you know what? There is this flex technique that I always use. So I believe if I go to philosophy testing, not here, if I go to projects next.js code testing.in, and if I open this in the code, basically what I'll find is there has to be some sort of like a layout. This is like fine, and this page itself in the global CSS, like okay, yeah, not here, but flex footer always bottom, how to make as the very bottom. So there is something that I need in the body, which is this margin as auto. So yes, let's go with this margin top auto, background I don't care. So here I will say empty auto, that's first. Main content right now nothing here, but in HTML and body I will have to put this display as flex, flex direction as column. Okay, where it is, flex column, and h as 100%. This should do it. I believe I have to do the same to HTML. Not really, but let's see. If I go here, and this is working fine. Cool. Uh, the footer, whose answer was it? Thank you, CN Levi. The footer can be also bold, font bold, and text here can be light, right? Good. Now in the container, this is like fine. Now anytime I have to use it, this should go inside the container as far as I'm concerned. Like this. And container can also come from components and container. This should be container. Okay, now nothing is available here because I think I just destroyed it. Yeah, let's see how to do this. There has to be some sort of like a components. How to pass the component. So if I go with the layouts, used to provide a reusable UI structure such as page template, we conveniently use them the term layout for Astro components that provide common UI elements shared across the pages such as headers, navigation bars, and footers. Typical layout Astro is this: page shells and a slot. Oh, right, you don't need this, you need a slot. See, this is where new technologies just always trips us. This should work. Yep, now it is working fine. So this is fine. Now there has to be something that I want. So anytime I wrap the anything inside the container, it will be like a good pathway for this thing. Um, what is MD? Not MD. LG. No. Excel. Hmm. Let's see. Do I want it to be like at maximum this? What about this? Yeah, let's go with this. So anytime things go beyond, first of all, I want the max width to be like Excel. 7 Excel, I believe. 2 Excel. Let's see, should I go with that? Yeah, let's go with this one. Min width should be like full. MX, I want it to be auto always. Then that means it can stretch from minimum width with the padding of 16 pixels left and right to the maximum of 15 something something, and it can keep on stretching. This is what I want for now. And yeah, anytime this goes above, like say this, then I want the pixels to be basically become 0. Should I do that? Yeah, let's do that. And this should be it. I think I can do the same container scenario in the header itself, where I don't want to do this, right? I can just wrap this whole thing around the container, because that's what the purpose of container is. And import container from container dot astro. The same can be done in this footer itself. Don't want any of, like, all of this is fine. Empty auto is also fine, but here I would like to have a container as this. Yes, now it is working fine, which is good. Now anytime I need something in terms of like above and below, this much is fine. And maybe I should also do this. This should work. Yes, now it is fine. So this is good. What about in this page itself? I can just simply go and index. Here I will need, what happened to the Astro? So it kind of like broke. Mm, this should be 24. So let's see. 2 Excel, font as bold, which it should be. I will have to wrap it around this section, and we'll make this section as a flex call. Gap should be like 2, maybe. Yeah, 1 is fine. Items I want as the center, justify at the center as well. And the text should be light for this. Here I like to have text is fine. Text should be LG. Font should be bold. Yeah, this is working fine. So the container should have like, maybe this should be somewhere like, Container. In this layout itself, this is a slot, and that is coming from this container. But if I want to have another like this class, I don't know I can do this, but about flex one. So here maybe I need const astro dot props. I will need say extra class. Oh, right. There will be a problem. Right. If I do it like so, will this work? I think it works. No, it is not working. Yeah, it is not going to work like this. We'll have to check it out. Like, how do they make it work? Right? Yeah. How do they make it work? There has to be a way. If I want to add extra classes inside this component, hmm, maybe I can just try it this way and see whether it works or not. Hmm. Yeah, it will not work like this. So I can just remove it for now. We'll look into it later. Thing is, I have to do something about this. Pass extra classes inside Astro component. Can I pass an extra component from parent? This was 4 months back. Class list directive. This lets you combine various classes more easily. Okay. Okay. And then you have a class list. Oh, okay. But where's the BG? So this is like a tailwind, but not tailwind. Is it? Will it even work? Like if I say flex one, and then here in this container, if I say flex one, then here I can just make sure this is like this. We have a detail. Okay. We have a class list, and then we have something like this. And I should add this, and I should have flex as one, and then I should just look it here, and it works. Cool. So if this is a flex one, right, I don't need this. then that makes it mhm. Cool, now it works. Okay, so then I also need maybe like this as left, right? Like this is it, this is it. Oh, okay, justify center. I mean, I don't need this then, right? Uh, Forget it for now. This should do. Should I go like, should I create the hamburger using that or anything? We'll look into that as well. There's has to be a component for say navigation dot astro, and what I want here is nav. Within that I will have like link of this, which is going to be a home. Then I will have a link of which is going to be an about. Then I will have a link of blocks, right? Blocks. There will be an about. I have about page. I should also have say a blocks page. Not like this, maybe we'll look into that as well. For now, in this header itself, I can just call the navigation, right? And import the navigation from here. For now, this much will do. So let's go ahead. We have this, we have this. Write yourself. Don't forget to add a third navigation link to every page. Yeah, we will have a page called blog.astro, or is it blocks? Yeah, blog.astro. We will have this, fair enough. And yeah, this is fine for now. In this we will have I can just copy paste whatever I had in this index one, right, in this blog astro, and the same goes here as well. Not like I need much of this. The title will always be like about, and then this will be philosophy testing, right? And I can just copy paste this from here to here. This should be blocks. I want to rename it not as block but blocks, because there's going to be a bunch of them. And this should be, for now, let's call it with the blocks. Here, let's go with about us. Fair enough. If I go back, home is fine. About, it gives some error. Layout is not configured. Oh yes, in this index, I have to import this here, import the same here. So this is about, this is blocks, this is, so now it is working. Then we will have every page correctly links to all three pages. Your two new pages each have their own descriptive headings. Yes, they do. Your two new pages each have their own paragraph text. Yes. I should restart it because for some reason uh it just everything just crashed. Yes. Remove this, restart it, and restart it. Go to 21 421. This is fine. Type children. Any title is not assignable to type intrinsic thing. Description is missing. Okay, if I go back to layout, here I can say description is basically no. I think I need to provide the description in every page. Is it? Like this is the index page. Uh, what was this description? I think if the description is like the same, I don't have to do it like this. I can just go with this, remove this description altogether, remove this as well, and then that will do the entire trick. We'll look into what we can actually say in terms of description later, and that should do it. Yeah. So now we have like this. Enter a commit message added to, okay, they are now committing. Create a new Astro page, publish your changes to the web. Fair enough. Let's go and do that. In the project itself, I will have maybe here only. Yeah. Wow. I just created this in the same directory. Okay, no problem. Yes, I should be doing something about this readme because this now works. So font is fine. We will look into key what this is all about. Introduction. Intro. We will do something here. We will say technologies that we have used. We'll say Astro 3.0, Tailwind. Till now, only these two are being used. So we'll look into it later. Personal site where I write about my philosophy writings. Collection of my philosophy writings. This is much better. Collection of my philosophical writings, right? Then in this intro is fine. That readme, this thing can be directly here in this description. Collections of life's philosophy writings. Fair enough, this should work. Okay, this should do the trick. What I will do is add it like this, then check the status, commit it, added the in the home, about, and block starter page. Simply push it to main and then wait for it to appear here. Eventually after 5 seconds I'll just do it, 5 or 15 or 20 seconds. Okay, so this is done. Checklist. Can commit my changes back to and update my file live. Yep, it is now working. This is, by the way, the same page. Cool. Now we will have some sort of like layouts. Layouts are Astro components used to provide a reusable UI structure such as page templates. We conventionally use the term layout for Astro components. I think I have to do it from here. Write your first Markdown blog post. Now that you have built pages using Astro files, let's make some blog post using MD files. Make a new folder and create a new post. Write some Markdown content. Link to your blog post on your blog page. Create your first MD file. In this post, create a new directory. Okay. In this pages, I have a new directory. Let's say posts. Then post1.md inside the post folder. Fair enough. What rather than this, I would like to have a descriptive thing, right? And not do this. So let's see. Let's start with something that I want to like write about. What should be it? Maybe the first thing should be about, say, labels in debates, right? This should do it. So it's a very simple thing that I wanted to write about, and the end of your existing preview is going to be this. You will be this. Wait, and that's it. Is that it? Posts. Seriously, that's it. It is able to open it. Debates, discussion, and labels. Cool, it is able to do that by default. Just MD file and it is working. Okay. Change the browser preview URL to view post 2 instead. This is a page you have not yet created. Okay. Anything goes here then. Cool. Note the different output between an empty page and one that doesn't exist. This will help you troubleshoot the future. Okay. Path is fine. Fair enough. Note the different output. This is fine. Now copy and type following code in this post 1 MD. Okay, so this is how it will be. I have to have a title, then a publishing date, image, alt, tags, author, description. You know what? Let's just copy it for now and see what happens. Now I can just put it like this. Oh, it has to be the first line. That's another observation. So now it is my first blog, publishing date, published on. Welcome to blog layout. What have I accomplished? Something is breaking here. Installing Astro and all of that. But like, okay, so this is the ID. This is another ID. This is another ID. But nothing is on the head, which should have been there, right? This data. Check your browser preview again here. You should see the content on this page. Use your browser dev tools to inspect this page. Notice that although you have not typed any HTML elements, your Markdown has been converted to HTML. You can see the elements such as headings, paragraphs, and list items. Yes, I can see that. But what about these meta thing? Meta informations. Link to your post. Okay, I can do that, but for now, let's like, okay, and here now add two more files. Here are some sample codes. Okay, but this does not scale well, so we have to check what we can do. Cool. Check your browser preview and make sure all your links can lead to working page. If you find a mistake, fair enough. Content in the markdown is converted to HTML. Submit. Checklist. I will not do all of that, but for now this should be it. Now the dynamic content is where we do something. Also define and use a variable. Any HTML. Okay, get ready to define your page title in front matter and use it in your HTML. Conditionally display HTML elements. Add some content about you. Any HTML file is valid Astro files, Astro language, but you can do more with Astro than just regular HTML. Define and use a variable. Okay, then we are using this inside this. Right. Dynamic variable type like this. Refresh the live preview. It will work. Your page text should, yeah, we checked everything here anyways. So the real thing is this JavaScript expression. So that too should be there only. And this. So in this footer thing that we had right here, I can do, I mean, after export, I can have current year, and this should be new date dot get UTC full year. Now get full year. And this I can just say current year. Go back. Yeah, it is working. Come on. Okay, it is not working. Let's see. Shouldn't this work then? I just gave you the like current year. If I remember correctly, this is how it is done. Yeah, but this entire footer just went away. And if I remove this, what just happened? Should I remove this as well? Where? Oh, I think it's not this. This has to do with this stupid thing. Right, it is working. Fine. Then add the following code to your HTML template. Everything is fine, like identity dot first ML. Okay. We can also have conditionals. We can also have like arrays. Cool. Skills. We can also utilize this as like cool. So We can then do something like this, maybe. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this is how they will do it. Or maybe I'm wrong, but we can have, say, in this src itself, if I just save everything, if I do data, say, within that, if I say blocks dot ts, and then I export const blog names, which should be like this, right? And I simply yes, I can simply start adding whatever is inside this post, say, for now. Not a good way, but I'm pretty sure there's a way, better way. But for now, let's just put it like this. And then this blocks itself, where we have the block page, if we import it, like import from data blocks, we have block names, and then here we have, say, blog names map block, what was it? Okay, direct, right? So why is it like breaking? Yeah, we have here, I will just call it as like slash block slash posts slash block, and then this could also be just block, right? Let's see how this will work. And here is the debate. Yes, now it is working fine. So this is good. Like, out of the box support for MD files, you can use JavaScript here, and whatever will come here will be complete HTML, and it will strip off all the JavaScript anyways. So yes, that's good. Writing an Astro template is very much like writing HTML, but you can include JavaScript expressions in it. Okay, expressions. That means logical and all of these, whatever it is. The Astro front matter script contains only JavaScript. You can use all modern JavaScript logical operators, expressions, and functions in either section of your .astro file, but curly braces are necessary only in the HTML template body. Good. For front matter is written in JavaScript, I believe. JavaScript. I mean, it is written in JavaScript. Yeah. In addition to HTML, Astro syntax allows you to include JavaScript logical operators, expressions, and functions. When do you need to write your JavaScript inside curly braces? When you are sure whether it's correct? No, when we are inside this HTML template, right? Then we have a conditional render elements. You can also use your script variables to choose whether or not to render individual elements of your HTML body content. Add the following lines to your front matter script to define variables. Okay. Okay. So we can do whatever we want. Like, all the JavaScript is inside these three dashes or hyphens, which means they are on the server, but still it will work like this. But I don't think these can be changed live on the client itself, right? I mean, it has to be fetched from whatever it is, from the backend itself. Commit your changes to GitHub before moving on. Do this time you want to save your work. Astro script for each Astro template expression. Can you predict the HTML, if any, that will be sent to the browser? Yeah, this will be just a paragraph with Linux, and click to reveal if you are right. Student, if the student, since nothing will be present here. Yeah, and this is going to be like what? 11. I have 11 pairs of boots, and this will be, if it is Mac OS, which it is not, then that means I am not using a Mac. Oh. I mean, these were this logical thing. You don't need to know Astro. I mean, it is independent of Astro. Sorry. Style items on your single page. Now that we have the about page with content about you, let's style it. I don't have the about page with my content about it. Use CSS variables. Okay. Style an individual page. Okay. So you are writing the styling directly. I'm using Tailwind, so I'll just stick to that. Fair enough. I would have loved if they have told how to pass this from somewhere else, like, because I don't see the point of writing this. If every page has to have its own constant, I don't see the point of this, unless every page is generated somewhere from the Sanity or some sort of like a CMS, and it is pulling that title in the server first and then writing it down. I mean, it won't be working for a single page like about, but if it is some sort of like a dynamic route, then each page will have their own title, and then that should work. Also, I didn't see anything regarding how to, like, this MD file has nothing here. Like, even if I go here, the head is empty. How should I make it work? Similarly, this font is actually breaking. So if the font is not present, so and everything goes, like my font is stripped off, and I don't know how to style the bodies either. Can I use like a combination of, like, if it's an MD file, then can I use styling there, like Tailwind classes or something like that? That I need to know. Yeah. Which color is the page title of? Purple. uh what Which color is the page title of your home page, your about page? Black. What? I mean, you're passing the page title in this title, which is a head. That's not where you actually going to do anything now. Unless they're talking about this H1 tag, then this is different. Then this is fine. The page with the biggest title text is about. If you are unable to determine colors visually, you can use the dev tools in your browser to inspect the H1 title elements and verify. Yeah. Add the class name skill to generate. By the way, I'm just going through because I don't uh, like the need of it anyways, right? This is fine. You have this skill, and then you can actually do this. Fair enough. Visit your about page. Okay. Use your first CSS variable. Now this is interesting. So style tag can also reference any variables from your front matter script. So front matter script is basically this, anything that is in this server end, and then I can use this skill, like skill color as navy, right? So if I define it there, then in the style tag, I can have a define dot variables as this. Okay, and then I can have use this var like a typical CSS. So that means using some sort of conditional, I can do something here. I'm pretty sure about that. That's why they included it. But right now I'm not able to understand, like on the go, will it work? I don't think so. This is not the reactive type of scenario. This is kind of like, okay, this is how it will work when you load the page based on certain backend states, right? Check your about page in your browser preview. You should see the scale is now navy blue. Try it yourself. Update the style tag on your about page so it matches this. So you define one font weight, you define some text case, and basically you just font weight should be bold there in the front matter, and here you will have, I believe, comma comma. Yeah, it is comma comma, which is fine. Add the missing variable definition in front matter script. Yes. Show me the code. Yeah, was quite correct. I can add CSS style. I will never use this way. I can use variables to style elements on the page. Fair enough. This is working fine. Add a site-wide styling. Okay, add sites. So there's a global style sheet, which is exactly what I tried to do first. But now that I'm using Tailwind, so all this global styling is not necessary for most part. But if I create this, you'll have to create a styles folder first. Okay, copy this code in about Astro. Yeah, it's a simple way of doing things. Nothing to be actually doing about. Check the browser preview. Global styles. For me, it's like working fine anyways for now. Your about page is now styled using both the imported global styles and a style tag. Are the styles from both the styling methods being applied? Yes. Are there any conflicting styles, and if so, which is applied? Pretty sure the inline one will be applied rather than the global one. Has a size of this globally, but it turns locally styled the local. Yeah, it's a basic CSS rule. Describe how global and CSS work together. I mean, the precedent will be of the styling in terms of importance or specificity, I believe, and global is basically anytime you just import it if things are globally thing, and if you want to change locally something, you can just have an internal style as well. So in that way, it is basically how CSS works. Both global and this one, the local style should overwrite any global styles, but there are can be better other factors involved. So always, yeah, if this defined like a exclamation important like property, then obviously this should take care of it, like, right? This will be it's a basic CSS thing. How would you choose whether to declare style in the global? I mean, if it is used in multiple pages, global, otherwise in the style tag, right? And it's a CSS, so at the end it depends on me. There's no hard and fast rule. So unit 3 is components, which I will be doing tomorrow only, not now. So I think this should be enough. It's very long, like we are building something. I'm actually building something that I wanted to build in Astro, and that site is going to be just a bunch of writings. So I'm pretty sure this should do it, right? And yeah, that's it. There are a bunch of things like I wanted to talk about, like, okay, if this is something something, like for example, if I have as debates, discussions and labels, right? Published date, I want it to be, I cannot do anything. So basically the published date will be 2020, say 3. And first of all, I don't know whether this is month or this is month, international or Indian. So I mean US or international standard thing. So let's call it 01 and 09, right? Or 09, year, month, and then date. This is the first. No, description is how we lose the actual, how we lose the core issues because of labels during debates in social media and social media. That should do it. Debates and discussion. Author is basically me, so I'll just go with this, right? And URL, okay, this is some sort of like a full logo thing. Alt, again, I will make sure the tag should be philosophy, dusting, blogging. Okay, it is saying learning in public, but let's call it labels, debates, discussions, philosophy, right? And that should do it. Full Astro logo, discussion, and all of that was present. Published on should now be this way. I want to style it. Maybe I can just do, I mean, if this is like a MD file, I'm pretty sure I can do something like H1. Maybe not. I mean, I want to style it. I don't want it to be such a bland way. But yeah, 2023 0901. Fair enough. And I can just write what there's a quote that I had, which is to say, I have realized over time that most debates are lost in labels. Okay, so this should do it, and then we can have a bunch of things here. I want to style it. I don't think this MD format is going to work. It's better if I don't have the MD format at all. I can just simply have a bunch of pages, one by one, keep on adding it, just keep on writing it like this, and it should do it, unless there's a way that I can style this particular thing. Okay, yeah, that's it. Let's just simply make sure this is added, this is committed, added the blog post, and this is pushed to main. Then we can just close this. We can simply close this as well. We can wait for some time in our like repository. We can wait for some time while this is happening. Now it should be fine. Go to blogs, go to debates, and we are good to go. Cool. Of course, there's nothing cool about the desktop design because we never looked into it. Tomorrow we'll look into it. First, this much is fine. I need some way to have the styling here. Cool. We'll see it maybe on Monday or something, or maybe tomorrow. Bye.